Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's continue on with our journal for Edie. I still haven't found a solution for the purple journal. I can't decide a couple things. Where to put it, because it's sort of not designed for what I'm trying to do functionality wise. Having said that, I probably could come up with a solution, but at the moment I don't have anything brilliant. I sort of don't want to make a decision yet until I sort of know how the internals are going to go and how much I'll fill it anyway. So that's where this little journal is at. The other idea I had is I could adapt this a little bit more to include probably more specific to Edie tasks, because this is just a collection of paper. So where does she go from there? How do we show her what to do next? So this might be a gift for another time when she's a little bit older. I sort of feel like this is nearly a little bit too hard for her to do, but I really love the cover. Maybe we'll do something, I'm not sure. So I'm going to just put the purple journal to one side and have a think about it, because I also thought about making it into a little stitchery journal, and I found this doily, so I thought, well, I'll just think about it a little bit. No rush. Okay, the next thing I did, which you guys haven't seen, is I've decided to make it Midori style. Let me just bring the camera up a little bit. So I've pretty much punched the holes in and put the brads in. So they're in now, and I've thread the elastic through the other side, and it's now knotted in the center of the back one. So another decision made. I just felt like this was nearly, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It sort of feels like this is just the world in which everything lives in. Does that make sense? So this cover is sort of, yeah, where everything is stored. So that's sort of where I'm at the moment with the cover. Now, what I want to do is I want to have a look at some of my scraps here that I found in the cupboard. These are all the side bits when you cut down journal pages. So I want to go through those and select some elements that could be trimmed to create pockets, side tucks and belly bands on these pages so that things can come into here. So let me just adjust my camera so we can see straight down the, sorry about that guys, making you seasick. So let's get rid of the lace out of the way. And bring up my cutter. Alrighty, now if we were to do a pocket, how wide would it need to be without bumping into anything? Hello Fochi, how are you this morning? Let's have a little look at this pocket. 5.5 inches would be a good pocket fudge. And I've got a piece of blue that is screaming out at me, so I'm going to cut that at 5.5 inches. That one there. That's good. Doesn't cover up too much as well. This one here I think needs to be a side tuck. Because of this artwork, we could probably lose that edge and no one would realise, I don't think. What have we got in the way of paper? There's another blue, similar to that check. I'll just have a look at this piece. That one there. Nothing else better. Now we might do just a sneaky tuck there. Maybe about 1.5 inches. I'm thinking just a little one, and we'll. So that will go there. I did need to trim off of my base papers a little slither top and bottom so that it would fit within the confines of the brads, because if it had stayed at that 12 inches, the papers would have bashed into the brads. So I had to take, I think I took 1/4 of an inch, or 1/8 of an inch. I took that much off top and bottom of every page, because the brads sort of reduce the space of which you have to, just put my phone on silent. Yeah, the brads reduce the space of which you have to slide your papers through. So I had to do a little bit of an adjustment there. So that piece is going to go through there. Then I'm going to do a secondary piece. And I might use a bit of that. And that was 5.5 inches, wasn't it? Can't see what I'm doing, can you? So let me move that up. Yeah, I'm going to do same 5.5 inches and then 1.5 wide. And I'm going to do a little corner tuck here. So that will attach to there. So something can slide in there and it'll be caught at the bottom as well. It'll just, because this page is so big, it'll be very easy for things to sort of fall out. So they're the two that'll go onto that page. Now, I think I can glue them because I'm also going to sew, but I want the gluing, I want them sitting in position first. So I'm just going to glue them, I think. Just going to give that a little bit of ink, get rid of that white edge. It's really just to hold it so that my sewing machine can come through comfortably without having to worry about it slipping and sliding everywhere. So we can trim that off now. I don't know if you guys can see properly. I feel like I'm a bit all over the place. I'm sure it'll come together real quick. Just putting some glue. Oh, I drifted off in thought. Okay. So that's good. Nice little tuck. Okay. This one's a little pocket. Okay. Let's have a look now on the other side and see what sort of, so that's good. It's not too intrusive on the artwork. All right, now what is this looking for? I'm thinking this is a belly band. What have we got? Some pink. Yeah, I'm going to put a pink 1.5 inch belly band, I think. Right down the center. Bit of glue just to hold it. Okay. I might do the same on this side. And the pink will be fine on that. It'll use a good chunk of that scrap. Just trying to put the lid. Ow! The pin. Ouch! Just pin jabbed me. And we want 1.5. And glue again. All right, so that's one page sorted. So it's just about creating spaces to hold things. And then this area, it's going to be very much about painting and watercolours, I think. Drawing and watercolours, I sort of feel. Where's the other one that had the paint palettes? Here. I might just put, what will we put here? I like the idea of 2 side tucks, to be honest. That paper there sort of feels like it's part of it, but do we want to come down the bottom so we get a full view of the top? I think we will. I think we'll it's just not straight, that piece. I'm just going to trim it first. Are the pockets too big? Oh, it's hard to know what to do. 5.5 will still work. One pocket. So I just love it all. I suppose that could be sacrificed because there are paint thingies anywhere, so just feel like that pocket could be a bit bigger. Might use this one. Just to give her as much room as we can, which would be yeah, 5 1/8. like it's not much, but I think it'll make a difference. 5.5 plus 1/8. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, just a little, this tiny little bit more. Now I might make this actually a tuck where it's not such a pocket. You know, we take that off. That way it might be a little easier for her to get bits and pieces in. I don't do a lot of these side tucks like this. I just never feel confident that they're strong. But being that I'm going to stitch, I think it'll be okay. So let's glue this one in. I wonder if we could make something that folds out from this side. Sorry guys, I'm thinking. It's tricky because I don't really know what is going into the piece. What benefit is that? It's not very big. Yeah, no, it's no benefit. I think I might do another one of those small, the small tucks where it's down the side and along the bottom. That's what I'm thinking. So let's just trim this down and see what we've got. That there, and then that one there. Yeah. Just as a little spot. It's tricky when you don't know where you're heading with it. I might put the glue this time on here. So we're sort of creating, I guess, a folio, aren't we? More so than a journal. We've got a little journal in that front pocket, but this is nearly like a lap book, a lap journal. Simple. It's not as flip out everywhere. This is more of a storage place for a child to keep their treasures, I'm thinking. Okay. All right, so we've got a tuck and we've got another tuck there. Now, what are we going to do here? Do we do a belly band across the page? No. I'm thinking we'll do a side tuck again with a different colour. Yeah, this guy. might just make it 2 inches this time. There's not a lot being covered here on this piece. Being that it has to sit on that far side, it can slip out a lot easier. We can't really put it this side because the elastic is sort of, the mechanism of the journal is working that side. So we've got to come this side. So I've made it 2 inches just to make sure it doesn't flip-flop around too much for her. As it is, it will. But she's not a heavy-handed girl at all. She's a nice little girly girl. So I think she can handle it. Especially if we give her a few little tips first, that this is how you turn your pages. You support everything on that may be on that page. Now we might do on this side some stack pockets. You know, where she puts in a few different elements. Trying to find something that blends. So we might do that. So we'll do the 5.5 and a bit. Cut 2 of those. 5.5 and a bit. It's a shame to cover up that pretty stuff there. Ooh. I think I'll keep it within the realms of this paper that we've used. And I want it to look pretty. One there. And one there. If I bring the pocket up a little bit, we'll see more of the pretty paper, I'm thinking. Sort of like those flowers. Let's do it. It's all very confusing, isn't it? Mishmash of artistic colours. Just gotta love it. This is a stack pocket area. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at that for now for this pocket creating, because I want to make sure that this will work and what we put in it will, you know, work. So these two I'm just going to put to one side. Actually, no, I'm going to keep going. It'll work. Have faith. Have faith. This one here, I'm going to do a belly band. I think I'll do the 1.5. And I'm going to just put it off, so upside down. Going to put it through there. I was going to do it off center, but I'm not going to. I'll just stick with the stick with the plan. Okay. The other side, I might do one of those tucks. And this side we might do a bit of a tuck, I think. Got a bit more pink. Yeah. Five and a half. Five and a half. I'm going to cut two at the same time and just trim off this. One will go there. Do something crazy and put some flowers in there. Why not? Why not, I say. We might put some flowers on the other side as in a side tuck. So I can see a piece of paper there that will do the trick. This piece here, we're going to bring that in. Why not? Might make it a 2-inch side tuck. Just to make sure that okay, let's just trim the bottom of it. Make sure that that's nice and neat. Okay, so we've got a little floral in there and a thingy in there. We've got a thing there and a thing there. Look at that. Let's keep going. Let's use this other piece of floral. Oh, it looks pretty here. That's where it's going. Looks like the buyer for my dad's farm has disappeared into the sunset. I mentioned it yesterday or the day before in a video. There was someone sniffing around at buying my father's farm. And they came in with a pretty cheeky offer. And looks like that's not going to happen. So we're back out on the market, waiting for the next nibble. I said to Dad, it's like fishing. We've got the bait on the hook. We're just waiting for the little fish to come along. We've got a few little nibbles, well, phone calls, but nothing yet. I'm going to do another one that time. Really loving this pink. They were 2 inches, weren't they, those side tucks? Yep. I really hacked that up. Got to apply side pressure to that blade. It's a beauty, this thing. It never needs a blade replaced on it, because every time you cut with this thing here, as long as you've got plenty of pressure pushing it to the side, it sharpens itself on that metal edge. It's really good. But if you don't put your hand on there and really hang on for the ride, you risk, oh goodness me, I just smeared the glue to the point where it probably will affect that pocket being open, but I think I saved it. Lovely. Okay, this would be the last side. Maybe 2 of those nice big side pockets, or do we do a stack of pockets? I think we do a stack pocket. Got a bit of green here that we could use. Yeah, let's just cut 2 small, 5.5. Just a couple. They're too narrow. Really making a hack of this. I'd rather they be a little bit deeper, which is sort of getting to the 6. So what's that? 4.25. So if I do 2 1/8. Yeah, that's better. There we go. All right. Now, where are we at now? Have we got all our pockets sorted? We've got a little stacker there, some side tucks, nothing. Let's do one of these. I'll just chop off a tuck. Just a tuck. Take 1/4 inch. And that'll be pretty good. Fraction more. This has been good to get rid of some of these scrapbook scraps. They tend to get left behind, don't they? Because we're all into digital prints and creating our very own from nothing. So it's good to okay. All right. Let's now just tidy up a little bit. And I do need to go and jump on the sewing machine and stitch all those pages, and that'll just help to catch all of that stuff on the pockets. I'll catch all the pockets so that they don't break off as little hands slide things in and out, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Got rid of a few scraps here. That's good. A few little bits here. Probably don't need to keep them, but you see, you just never know. So hard, isn't it? What do you throw? What do you don't? At what point do you go, enough's enough? Okay, I'm going to get rid of those. They're gone. Okay, now let's just have another little look at what we've got. Some pockets, tucks, all sorts of little alcoves to put things. Now that's really good. I'm just going to have a quick look. I'll sew all that off screen, but I want to have a look at these little books and get some pages out of them for her to decorate and colour in. I'll just see what we can release. These are great. Good little size. Now, will they fit in one of those side tucks? Yes, they will. I can feel a rough edge there. So let's just give that a little trim and feel the glue on that edge. So I might just give them a little clean up. So I had to have some colouring in pages. Four to start with. Let's see. And they're going to fit nicely in that pocket. Right there. That's great. So let's have a look at this second colouring in book. Would have to be something on the back, wouldn't there? They can't just give me a page that's... I'm going to take this out. So like this book belongs to. do I? Where would I put it? I'm going to see. I can't get that out easily, so I might have to use a blade. Just to make it nice. So that's good. Oh, I like you. Aren't you pretty? I did cut that a bit too close, but looks like they printed it right into the spine of that book there. So that was bound to happen. Do I? Yeah, I think I like that one as well. We won't go any deeper. We'll just take what's at the top, Corrine. Just stop looking. There'll be plenty enough for a young lady to work on here. We got 2 out of that. Yep, there we go. That's plenty. Now, how do we present these? I've got, it'd be okay just to fold them. Can't see why not. All the little birds together. I'm sure she owns plenty of colouring in books. So she may end up getting some of her favourite books and, you know, adding them. Sort of feel like we should put little ones in there, like we did there, and these in the big spots, like so. There we go. We've got one. That's got the "This Book Belongs To" on it. I'm going to turn that this way, just so I can see the pretty birds. And pop that in there. See, it's going to bulk up pretty quick, just in those goodies there. And I've still got a couple pockets free here. So I'm going to pull out another 4 of these. These are intense. Gosh, imagine colouring in these. That'll keep her busy. That's a bit much for me. Just going to trim that rough edge again. Just too weak today. That's better. I've got to hang on to it a little better. Okay, was there a 4th? Yes, there was. Where are you? That's it. Oh, I must have cut it. They must have been on top of each other, because I can't feel the rough one anymore. Okay, how are we going? Talk about a colouring in section. Lots of goodies here. I glued that down. Oh, why would I do that? Not that it matters because it still fits. Just, why would I do that? I was supposed to leave that open. I might have to take one out of there and put it in over here. Okay, so that section there is full of colouring in opportunities. I love it. Yeah, how good is that? Took about, what will I colour today? Now we have the opportunity to put little pockets on things with some extra bits, but we'll come back through and do that when we get to the, you know, the detail of filling in things. Yeah, that's great. Happy with that. And we've still got plenty of opportunities to create other spots for her. Love it. Okay, guys, my homework's going to be to do all the sewing around and just sort of finish that off. And then I will be back and we will pick another booklet and create something to go into it. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.